Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. KJ Hamler returning it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On the return.
The former Missouri Tiger Drew Lock will be at quarterback as he leads out the Denver Broncos.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. Take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
There on the tackle.
A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsay. 5 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Brought down at the 40.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
McMillan on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On the carry. Raekwon McMillan on the tackle. A 2-yard gain on the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke able to get this to Gordon. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
That's not good enough, man.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the Raiders.
On 2nd and 11 now. Locke. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. And he'll be taken down at the 34.
Phillip Lindsay, the ball carrier.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
A gain of a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to run. This is Gordon. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
The ball carrier.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
3 on the play. First down, Denver.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he's going to get this one down to the 30.
Lindsay on the carry.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the gun, it's Locke. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Locke working out of the gun. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Makes the score.
McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Jalen Richard now on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Jalen Richard on the return.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
28, Josh Jacobs.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
At the 44-yard line.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will be very close to it. But I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
The Broncos
onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. Oh, now Lindsey lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over. It's costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play. Conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll look to throw here. Reception here by Ruggs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. He was locked in. 2 trips to the end zone, Charles, over 100 yards receiving.
How about the combination of route running, confidence going downfield, and the ability to go up and get the football? You're exactly right. It was hard for them to stop him.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Josh Jacobs.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get his running game going.
Makes the score Broncos 7.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And the Raiders have got him.
Jonathan Abram.
These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Gain of a yard.
2nd and 9 now. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Complete to
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47.
good for a loss.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's tackled at
the Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On the ground, Richard. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Richard.
That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy.
The stop made by
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
2nd and 5. At the
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Williams.
They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
But one of the
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Incomplete.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And an incomplete pass.
Intended for Jerry.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He'll find Lindsey here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. Open man here is Hamilton. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. This is the tight end Fant.
Locke.
Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half.
A gain of 4.
So we are at halftime here on Halloween as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. and it's the Chargers who have the lead with that game getting close to half.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Good.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10. A run with Jacobs there on first down, but he'll manage only a yard or 2 at best. Second down coming up.
Josie Jewell on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
On second down, Richard. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
It's second down and 10.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now third and 12.
On the tackle. A 2-yard loss brings up third down and 12.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro.
The pass.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun snap to Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Lindsey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. Extra bulk up front for second and inches. 3 tight ends. Locke on the give. It's Lindsey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now it's Lindsey. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now Gordon on first down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Now to the air. Lock. Open man Hamler. That's complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Lock. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
12 yards.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
At the 42-yard line.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
Jacobs, the ball carrier. Tackle made at his 48.
So it's a quarter that saw these two teams trade field goals here as we've reached the end of 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding.
Oh, no.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
The ball carrier.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 17. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
The quarterback sacked by Bradley Chubb.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Fielded just inside the 30. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Broncos take over. First down and 10.
37-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. He'll drop to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think
they're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. They had a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Well, defense are going to have to start doing something different because this guy's absolutely carving them up, especially down here in the red zone. He's been one of the top receiving tight ends here in the first half of the season.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. To throw it is Locke. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Number 28.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
One more time with Jacobs. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
Ball carrier.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll drop the throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Jarrell Casey bursting in to take him down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Maher is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13.
Raiders 23.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Sloppy moment, sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Locke on the slant, completes to Sutton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And the Broncos.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Now the Raiders bringing the offense onto the field as they'll try to make it an 8-point swing. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own 22.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Raiders. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
38.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And that is incomplete. Jonathan Abram able to make the play defensively. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Again, it's Locke. Able to get this to Gordon. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Melvin.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
At the 37-yard line.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Throwing his lock on third down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. Locke looks to throw it again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Locke. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. He's got his tight end fan. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Las Vegas, it's a win that was long overdue as they move to 1-6 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Denver, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.